y'all, so I believe I am almost ready to get started on this project. I have been insanely excited about this one for a couple of weeks now, and I just haven't found the time to get started on it. So I did go ahead and mix up my resin off camera just to save some time. But just as a reminder, if you've not been following my videos, so that you'll have that information, I use the brand Let's Resin, and it's just their 1:1 ratio 2-part that I use. I have 100 mLs mixed up. I'm just putting my gloves on right now, so but I do have 100 mLs already mixed up, and I'm going to try and split that as evenly as I can between these 3 cups. And then we're going to be adding some color and pouring it over this wood base, which is sitting on top of a small bucket, and I'm hoping and praying that I don't make too big of a mess doing this. I know I'm going to get it everywhere though, so we'll just see what happens. That's kind of the theme of things with me. If you have been following my channel, you already know that's just kind of what I do. I go with the flow and see how it works. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour. And I'm going to try and pour up to that first line. And if I have one that ends up being a little less, I haven't decided if I want to make that be the black or the white. But I think either the black or the white, I might want to do a little less. I don't know, y'all. So we will see. I'm going to go ahead and add in, I'm going to start with the mica powders here. And this is just a pearl powder pigment. I'm hoping it's going to be that white color pigment. Ooh, I'm having a really hard time getting my spoon in there, so I'm hoping I don't accidentally dump a bunch of this stuff everywhere. Perfect. I might just add a little more because I want it to be really colorful. Alright, so there's the white. The black. Maybe I won't measure and just see what it does if I just try to tap some in. Again, I want it really pigmented, so I'm going to add what I feel like is a lot. And the red, and these are all kind of shimmery. So with the black, I am not going to be adding, that one's, to me it doesn't look as shimmery. So with that one, I'm not going to be adding any alcohol ink. But with the white and the red, I'm also going to add some alcohol ink. Let's see if these 2 spoons are clean. I might should have thought about how am I going to mix this up. Alright, I'll just use my spoons. That'll be fun. Those 2 spoons aren't so clean now, are they? Oh yeah, that's really pretty. It's not quite the red color that I wanted it to be. It looks more like a fuchsia, which is okay because I do have this alcohol ink that I'm going to add as well, and I hope that that gives it a little more red color rather than this fuchsia that I'm seeing. Oh y'all, this is about to be the most fun that you have had with me yet. This is a first for me also as well, this method. that I'm gonna be doing today. So you may have, I'm not sure how much you can tell from the video, but you may be able to see, if you look really closely, that I have these 3 cups taped together. I'm seriously hoping that I don't end up pouring this and getting resin like all over my floor or anything crazy like that. Oh yeah, see, that black is really black. That's amazing. I like it. Let's see. I'm kind of peeking over at my camera and realizing you can't see as good as I thought you could. So I'll try to show you what this red, how it looks like a fuchsia color, more so than a red. It's still really pretty. It's just not what I necessarily needed for this project. And as we get further into the project, you will understand why. I definitely cannot name the video accurately for the description of it, lest somebody get the wrong idea and try to report me for infringement or something like that. Because I am trying to use some colors similar to my favorite team. The only football team that I follow. Alright, let me just shake these up while that mica powder starts to settle. I added 8 drops of my white, and it's not a, I guess it probably could be used as a sinker, but it's not a sinker white. And I'm going to do the same with the red. Get those put away. That's crazy. So maybe it's just the shimmer that's in this and the way that it's reflecting off my light, because it still looks very fuchsia-y to me. I'm hoping that that's all it is. But even, I guess even if it doesn't turn out to be the right color, that just means that if someone does view this as some sort of infringement, then they will be more likely to go easy on me, because I don't even have the right colors. But I don't believe I can get in trouble for just using a team's colors. We shall see. Alright, so let's see if I can pick this up and bring it over so you can kind of see the colors, how they're looking currently. And the red, obviously I still have a bit of mixing to do. That one's starting to look a bit of a peachy in there. I think I got them mixed up fairly well. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and let these sit for just a moment, so that they can kind of degas a little bit, settle a little bit, do what they're gonna do. Can already see some bubbles coming up, so they're definitely gassing. And I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna pause the recording so that you're not stuck watching it the whole time. And we'll be back in just a second for the pour. Alright, I'm back. I believe this has had time to settle. I went and got a drink and quenched my thirst. So, I'm ready to get pouring. I'm not exactly certain how I want to go in on this exactly yet. Just make sure I got that alcohol ink mixed in pretty good. I'm just buying time. Just kidding. I can't figure out how I want to pour it. Alright. Scared to death, y'all. I'm really worried that I'm going to get stuff everywhere, but here we go. Okay. Maybe that wasn't enough resin. Okay, this is not turning out how I anticipated. Guess this is part of working with resin. That red is not red. And this project is going to turn into something very different than what it was originally intended to be. I'm just gonna say that right now. Not that that's a problem. As far as I'm concerned, it is not a problem at all. This is really pretty. It's just not what I wanted. Oh, I got my first edge drip. Try to pull it down this way and this way. Alright, I think I'm going to have to let it do its thing. We'll just have to see what that thing is that it does. I feel like I don't have enough resin on there. And at the risk of making a huge mess, I'm about to go mix up some more to pour. So once again, I'm just going to pause the recording and I will be back with some mixed resin and we'll add some color. Alright, so super quick change of plans. I am going to go ahead and mix this color off camera because you can't, as far as I can tell, see anyways where I'm at mixing. But I did need to go ahead and hit record again because otherwise my phone gets to a point. I always record with my phone because I have a little stand. It's really easy to just set it up on, or hook it into, rather, I guess is what I'm doing there. Anyways, not that anybody can see to correct me on what I'm doing or not doing. But, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm mixing off camera, and because I have a little timer thing on here that's like, oh, you've been too long with it paused. It would have just shut the camera down and I would have had to start a whole new video. So, just about have the resin mixed up good. And I'm going to just go ahead and pour it back into the same cups and try and add the same pigment as before. I have already added the mica powder to the cups. So far, probably, I am kind of disappointed in this project because of what I wanted it to be, and it's not going to be that, right? But I'm looking at it and it's really pretty, like really, really, really pretty. I'm trying to decide how I can embellish it differently, or maybe it's perfect like it is. Turn it into a serving tray or something. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I wanted it to be. I wanted this to be a red, white, and black. The problem is that's fuchsia. That's not red. It says red on the bottle, but it is not a red color. I had high hopes that mixed up it would look a different color than it did in that bottle. But I mean, I guess you can kind of tell looking at the bottle, it doesn't look necessarily red. I don't know, maybe I thought there was too much of a shimmer and I couldn't tell, and that's why it didn't look red, but it doesn't look red mixed up either. It looks fuchsia. So what I was going for is red, white, and black, which we all know is Georgia Bulldogs colors. I think we all know anyways. I am a big Georgia Bulldogs fan. Okay. So my hope was to have those colors to be able to mix up and then I was going to turn this into a wall clock. However, as you can see, we don't have those colors. I got the black and the white part, but not the red. So we're going to turn this into something different, and I am very open to suggestions. I am going to, once I'm done pouring this today, I will, I guess, probably record a very short video on tomorrow to show how it dried to look, and showcase it that way, and then I will post this video and the piece will remain exactly like it is other than that. And I'm very open to suggestions on what I can turn this into. Do you think I should still turn it into a clock? I think it would be still really pretty, even though obviously it's still not what I was looking for. It is gorgeous. I guess another option would just be like a wall hanging, just something, a unique piece to hang on your wall. Hang on, it doesn't really fit with my decor, so I could sell it for somebody else to hang on their wall. Or I could change up my decor, I don't know. What else? I could maybe a serving tray, or if you can think of some embellishments that I can add around it. Maybe something like through the center or something. Oh gosh, just bumpy all around there with my kneecap. Let's see, I think I about got that black mixed up good. UPS must be here. He gets, Brantley, you're gonna have to hold on, Bubba. No, sir, I am in here recording a video, and I cannot just walk away because you feel like you need to go outside right now. I would be willing to bet that UPS is here, and that's why he's going bonkers. Either that, or he just hears me in here talking, and he's not sure who I'm talking to that's not him. And that always frustrates him when there's possibly someone that he has not met. This pearl purple color looks really pretty in the cup. Brantley, hush. Gosh. Oh, maybe it's my mixing that he's hearing in here. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. I'm trying to make sure I don't drip sweat in here. It's so hot in this room. Alright. There's the white. And now to mix the red. Almost there, y'all. And by the way, if you're wondering why no music in the background on this video, I've gotten a couple of warnings in my previous videos about copyright on the music, that I wasn't allowed to have the music in the background. So it's not like the music is helping me in any way to sell anything. In fact, I'm not trying to sell the music in any way. I'm not selling the video in any way. I was kind of wondering, I was really flustered at first whenever I saw the copyright claim pop up, and I was like, excuse me, who is trying to claim copyright to my art? I made that. I mean, there's absolutely nothing in any of those videos that I've posted so far that is related to anything that could be claimed as copyright or trademark infringement or anything. But that copyright claim popped up, and I was like, no, this makes me really uncomfortable right now. But then I clicked to see the details, and it's just said that, let's see. She's a little more scary now. Put a little more pink over there, and then we'll go in. Alright, I'm going to cut myself off right there for now. Slide these down here so that I can start making a mess. So that's how this is happening. We're just going straight to mess making. Drip, 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 drip. What's kind of cool, I think is kind of cool anyways, is with the drips. I can use those drips in future projects. I'm going to try and use a finger here and smear over that area so I can make it come this way now. Wow. This is... Yeah, I'm glad I... It's funny. This is funny specifically to me at this moment because there was a lady in the resin, one of the resin groups that I'm in on Facebook, who was this morning posting and fussing about her work not turning out the way she wanted it to, and asking how does everybody get their stuff to do this and that. And of course I was the one that had to comment and say, well, one thing with creating beautiful art that I have learned is you have to learn to accept it for what it is. All right, I've got to take these absolutely resin covered gloves off. And I'm going to grab my heat gun, or a straw might work better. I'm going to try to blow this around a little bit to kind of blend it. Let's see. I do not have a straw handy. So, one more pause. BRB. I lied. I found a straw very, very handy. I kind of like the way that looks, but I kind of still want to blow it around. So, That's neat. I really dig the way that rippled look is turning out. Very cool. So now, as I was saying, I was the one telling her you have to learn to accept your art for what it is instead of what you wanted it to be. So I find it interesting that I'm the one this afternoon having troubles. Just trying to blow it all the way to the edge over there. I'm the one having troubles doing that very thing this afternoon. I wanted this to be something specific, and it's not that. And now I'm having to figure out how to love it for exactly what it is. Which, believe it or not, I do think it's a beautiful piece of art. I want to make sure it gets all the way to the edge. Now I'm going to take it off the stand and draw back so you can see a really good. Actually, I might not have to take it off the stand. I'll just pick it up. My light's kind of young. Try to tilt that out of the way. There we go. Sorry, I have a straw in my mouth because I'm holding everything with my hands. So what do you think? What should I do with that? Again, I will also post, or I'll take a short video clip before I post this to show. There we go. How it dries, how it ends up looking after it dries. Because I'm not sure, I might not be done pouring yet, y'all. I had high hopes. Well, what do you do? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Sorry for language, y'all. That's bad. That's exactly what I was worried about happening, and it just happened on camera. Now I've got resin all over my hands and my floor. Very bad. Very, very bad. I gotta end this, sorry. Boy, what a mess. It's still really pretty. I'm really mad at it now. So we got resin all in my carpet, all over the place, all over everything. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off my table. That was obviously the least of my concerns at the moment. I needed to get it off of my hands, which, as you can see, I'll show you my other hand. I did I think, a really good job of that. And it didn't take very long. I was very much freaked out for a moment. I went running and I found some hand sanitizer and I was rubbing that all over my hands. And that wasn't doing anything. And I washed with Dawn and that wasn't doing anything. So I was washing with hand soap. That wasn't doing anything. And I found, I don't know what made me think of it, but I thought about, I used to sell Mary Kay. And I still have some samples of the satin hands that they sell. Which is a hand scrub set. So it comes with a hand softener, a scrub, and the lotion. You can see there's a little bit left on here. I can't get it really to focus on my thumb, but there's a little bit left on my thumb. You can kind of see the dark spot. But I mean, honestly, I got 95% of it off of my hands. I was able to dry them with a paper towel and they were not sticky after washing, if that tells you anything. So there is still around my fingernails in a couple of places. I don't know what the problem is, why I won't look up close, but anyways, I guess because it's looking at this really pretty piece of art. It's gorgeous. I can't get over that, but it totally did just mess up my floor. I can't wait to see how it dries. But anyways, so I definitely recommend, if you're a crafter and you're working with resin, go ahead and do it right now and call your local Mary Kay lady. I'm fixing to call my girl up right this minute. And go ahead and order me a set, because I want to have big bottles of that stuff on hand, because if this happens again, I need to be able to scrub it off. Same as I just did. So I just wanted to come back with that and share that I was able to get it off my hands. If anybody has any recommendations on how to get it out of the carpet, I'd love to hear them. Alright, y'all, I was trying to figure out what to do with this piece, and I went ahead and grabbed some of my crushed amethyst from Glitter Makes It, and really it doesn't look the same on the video as it does in person, but I just went ahead and tried to add some embellishment to it here. I think it turned out really pretty like that, but we're still gonna have to see how it dries, because those lines, even right before I started recording, were not that wide. They were pretty thin bands of the glitter, so that glitter is causing the resin to spread out even more. And as I stand here, I'm realizing that resin got in even more places in my carpet than I thought, because I am on the opposite side of the table of where it fell, and I'm standing in a resin drip that I didn't know was there. Alright, y'all. Here it is, the final outcome. Of that great big mess. I think it's super pretty. It definitely, the lighting isn't doing it much justice in here. It definitely looks like it has some good depth to it, despite the fact that it is a super thin coat. I think that it turned out really nice. I still am not sure what to do with it though, so give me some input. I'm thinking about still making it a clock. Either that, or see if I can stand up here, maybe get a little bit better angle on it. Isn't it really pretty? So I'm thinking maybe a clock, maybe a serving tray. Again, the light's not helping me out here. It's not doing me a lot of justice. So, y'all tell me what you think. Oh, and watch this. I still have all this mess to try to clean up. Y'all, it got everywhere. This I'm not so much worried about. I came in here last night and I kind of peeled these pieces up, and I'm really excited because I can use these in a different project. Isn't that cool looking? I don't know how easy it's going to be to get it off of this table though. And I think it's where it's in the carpet is just stuck. So there's that. But this is so awesome. I don't even know how mad I can be. What would you do with it if it was yours?